You've probably heard of Stoicism, about calmness, about controlling emotions, about accepting life as it is. But beyond the popular quotes you see on social media, there are 5 inner positions, not often taught, not loudly declared, but deeply lived by the Stoics. These aren't physical postures, they are soul alignments, mental positions. The silent postures that held Marcus Aurelius steady, guided Epictetus through slavery, and gave Seneca clarity amidst political chaos. Today we uncover them one by one, not to admire, but to live. 1. The position of stillness. In a world full of noise and rush, stillness is power. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." Imagine that. The world may scream, but you carry a quiet room inside of you, untouched, unshaken. Stillness is not weakness, it is presence, it is the choice to observe, not react. It's the strength to stay anchored, while the storm rages on. The Stoics knew reactivity is weakness, stillness is mastery. 2. The position of indifference to praise or blame. Most people live for appearances, for approval, for applause. They fear rejection more than death. But the Stoic walks a different path. Epictetus said, "If you are ever tempted to look for outside approval, realize that you have compromised your integrity." The Stoic doesn't hate others, he simply doesn't need them to validate his peace. Praise doesn't inflate him, criticism doesn't break him. He listens, yes, but he answers to a higher compass, his own soul. When you're in this position, you know who you are, even when the world doesn't. 3. The position of death readiness. Death. Not something we like to talk about. But the Stoic confronts it, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This is not morbid, it's clarity. When you know time is not promised, you stop wasting it. You speak truth. You live fully. You stop arguing about things that don't matter. To be ready for death is to finally be ready to live. 4. The position of emotional mastery. The Stoic doesn't deny emotion, he simply refuses to be ruled by it. Seneca said, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality." He knows emotions are visitors, temporary guests, not permanent residents. He welcomes them, he learns from them, but he doesn't hand them the wheel. He doesn't scream when angry, doesn't collapse when afraid, he watches, then chooses. This is not suppression, it's power, the rare kind. 5. The position of self-ownership. All Stoic positions lead here. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." You can blame your past, your parents, the economy, but you won't be free until you take full ownership of your life. Your thoughts, your actions, your reactions. Self-ownership means, and this is mine, I own this. It's not always comfortable, but it's always liberating. When you walk in this posture, you don't need perfect conditions, because your peace comes from within. And in the end, these 5 postures are not destinations, they are disciplines. Daily, repeated, practiced. Not for the world to see, but for the soul to grow. When chaos comes, when the world disappoints, when your heart trembles, you return to these positions. You don't pretend to be a Stoic, you become one. In stillness, in detachment, in death awareness, in emotional balance, in full self-responsibility, you become immovable. Not because life is easy, but because you finally know how to stand. And when you forget, as we all do, you forgive yourself. You return. Because Stoicism is not perfection, it is perseverance. It is not about never falling. It is about always rising with more clarity. It is the daily practice of strength in silence, freedom in simplicity, and power in presence. In a world of loud opinions, the Stoic listens to the quiet whisper within. That whisper is enough, that whisper is you. So now you know the 5 positions, not to memorize, but to return to. When the world shakes you, when you feel lost, when everything seems uncertain, come back here. To stillness, to detachment, to readiness, to mastery, to ownership. Because in a world that teaches you to react, you now know how to remain. In a world chasing noise, you now carry silence. This is the secret, and it was never really hidden. It was always waiting, inside you. Thank you for watching. If this spoke to your soul, subscribe for more Stoic wisdom and share it with someone who needs it. Until next time, be still, be strong, and stay true to your inner posture.